Hello, my name is Mario. This is the indie game of the week, Lifeless Planet, and thank you for watching. Lifeless Planet, guys, is a sci-fi story-driven adventure platformer, guys. There's no guns, there's no explosions. Well, there's like one explosion, but in general, there's no pawning of noobs or anything like that. What it does have is atmosphere. The game just has a way of drawing you into it, and suddenly 2 hours of your life will just have flown by, and then you're like, holy crap. It's a very cool, eerie, beautiful game. It released on Steam June 2014, and it was developed by Stage 2 Studios and published by KISS Ltd. You can and should go ahead and get Lifeless Planet right now on Steam for $19.99, guys. Now, in the game, you play an astronaut on a mission to a strange new world, reportedly to be full of lush life and many opportunities and all that good shit. And then, in typical sci-fi fashion, things go horribly, horribly wrong, and there's something strange happening on this planet, and you have to figure that out. The game itself, guys, is gorgeous. It creates, like I said, a very eerie atmosphere, and you do really feel completely alone on this planet. It doesn't hold your hand either for the most part, and you have to figure things out for yourself, which I love. It has some platforming, very minute puzzles, but the overall feel of the game is what sold me, and hopefully it will sell you too. So let's check this game out here. I'm going to go ahead and hit new game. I'm going to warn you, if you are interested in this game, you do have plans on buying it, I would suggest you stop watching now, because this video unfortunately may contain spoilers. I'm not going to go that far into the game itself. I'm just going to hit a new save file here and just show you from the very beginning and head a little bit deeper into the game and just talk about how gorgeous this game is.
Start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is just the beginning cutscene right here, guys. I'm going to let it play out for you, just for you to get an idea of what you're looking at here. Ooh, eerie space. Uh-oh. Yeah, beeping is never good, in general. Beeping is never, ever good. So there we are, we have officially crashed. I told you there was one explosion in this game. And here we are on the planet itself. This is completely now under our control. First thing I should note is that the game does feature controller support, and if you want to play the game with controller, you can. I am playing it with my keyboard and mouse because that's what I'm just more comfortable with in general. So as you can tell, things have just gone horribly wrong. The game does feature voice work, which is fantastic, by the way.
Where's my crew?
And throughout the entire game, you kind of get these personal logs from your character himself, telling you what is going on. My head is foggy, and the sound of my breath puffing in my helmet is hollow and distant. It's hard to tell how long I've been unconscious, and I'm worried that I might have a concussion. I wish I could lay back down and rest, see if the pain passes, but the situation is far too critical. To call that a hard landing would be kind. We crashed, maybe the eggheads miscalculated the trajectory, or maybe we just hit a spell of bad luck. Whatever the case may be, this is not the paradise they described to us back home. There is no lush greenery, there is no sign of life at all. And where is my crew? I hope they're just securing the perimeter, and that I was only out for a few minutes. I need to find them, get their status, and figure out just what in the heck happened. Crap. And I need to do it before I run out of air. So, right off the bat, there's nothing around you, pretty much. You can't really see anything, but your character, if you stand around for too long, will start running out of air. But as you can see, if you start looking at the ground here, there's kind of like footprints. So we're going to go ahead and follow those. Like I said, the game does feature a very minimalistic UI. There really isn't much to look at as far as the UI goes. And we are now officially starting to roll on,
An oxygen leak.
get low on oxygen. Funny story, when I first started playing this game, I had no idea what to do, and I died pretty much right away. I was like, what the hell? And then I ran out of oxygen, and I blacked out, and I think I might actually black out right here, because I think I continued talking crap too long, and I'm not going to make it. I'm totally not going to make it. Am I going to make it? He's slowing down. He's slowing down. You can make it, man. You can make it. You can make it. You can make it. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. All right. So we filled up our oxygen tank, guys. First time I played this, I had no idea what to do. I didn't know where to go. Like I said, the game doesn't do any hold handing for the most part. Even though you will be kind of heading from point A to point B for basically the entire game, there is somewhat of a linear path that you'll be going down. But how you get through that path is kind of up to you, and it's up to you to figure out how to get through that path, which I like a lot. Anyways, oxygen supply model 8A. These supply vehicles will be sent to the planet 3 days in advance of the landing party to provide for longer excursion on the planet's surface. However, because unmanned probes have determined the planet is rich with life and oxygen levels on the planet are at near Earth levels, these supply vehicles may not be needed. So what you're looking at right here, if you're curious, it's kind of like a pad, almost like a. It basically almost might as well be his cell phone. And this contains all your information and kind of how you will be introduced to the character, what's on his mind, and what is going overall in the storyline. Documents are information that you will just find throughout the entire game, and trust me, there's quite a bit of these. Logs are what's basically going through your characters' heads, and Sci basically stands for scientific, basically where you start studying minerals and things like that you find on the planet. So basically, from here on out, we're kind of figuring things out on our own. We're going to just continue following his footsteps and see if we can find our crew. But look at these visuals, guys. I mean, just look how eerie everything is. And one thing I have to note, by the way, is I have to comment on the astronaut's helmet. If you look into that glass, I don't know how they did this. I'm very impressed by this. There is a reflection of the scenery on his helmet.
I understand that even at twice the speed of light, your journey will take 15 years.
That's right. We'll be traveling so fast, our spacecraft will arrive at the planet before the transmission of this interview does. But it's still such a long trip. We'll be put into a sort of coma. Our heart rate will be slowed dramatically to minimize aging during the flight.
I love the
How do you
music.
prepare for this one-way mission, knowing you will never return to Earth?
Well, I have a volunteer crew of very skilled and focused individuals. We all have a deep desire to explore, to go somewhere new. And frankly, we also have few attachments here on Earth.
Voice work is phenomenal, guys. The music, it just kicks in and it just makes the game even more haunting and gorgeous. Even though there's just nothing around you. I mean, the desert landscape in itself is kind of pretty in a way. And then it just goes away and then you're just back to kind of exploring and trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this strange planet that you're on. But yeah, the game does feature controller support. That's very sweet. The game, like I said, does feature some minute platforming, which we'll be experiencing right here. And to be honest, the platforming aspect, the entire puzzles and the platforms in the game, guys, aren't necessarily the highlight of the game. They're not necessarily the most difficult thing in the world. They're challenging enough to keep you entertained and basically, focused on completing them and not basically be bored and just trying to focus on getting from point A to point B. Oh, good lord. Ooh. Our astronaut ate crap there. I've never been able to make that jump, and I'm very disappointed by that. I tried to make that jump before. I actually reloaded it a couple times. I'm like, I can make that jump. Come on. And no, you can't. Basically, as soon as you touch it, you're going to fall. Unfortunately. So yeah, you basically have like these moments where you kind of get your jetpack upgraded, and then you can do several air bursts, and you'll do these crazy-ass platforming scenes much later on in the game that require kind of timing and angling yourself and doing things correctly. If you didn't notice, your character also has a little bit of momentum, so if I were to like just jump with absolutely no momentum, it would basically make it just very difficult for me to jump from platform to platform. So you also have to kind of like manage your momentum.
Jetpack works. Well, mostly.
This is just kind of them giving you a rough idea of what your suit is capable of and basically how it works, because it's your suit's kind of damaged, so you don't have all the capabilities of your suit quite yet. And you will actually upgrade your spacesuit as you get deeper into the game also. You'll get like this arm thing that allows you to get another puzzle aspect to the game, but you can kind of see that your momentum is affected by how fast that you're running, and that is a big deal in certain scenes where you kind of have to just run at high speeds and jump from platform to platform. You have to time things very correctly, or you could accidentally do what I did and jump over things like a douchebag. Oh, come on, I was up on that platform. Alright, we'll do this again. This time I will focus and stop talking as much crap. Alright, so let's go here. Alright. Let's do this. But But yeah, like I was commenting before, how they did that thing on the visor of his glass where you could just zoom in and see the environment and it's shifting on his glass. I think that's really cool. I don't know how they did that. I don't know why, but I was like, wow, that's impressive.
No signs of life on this planet.
I was following the trackway left behind by my crew, but I got separated from the trail. Hopefully I can make my way around. In the meantime, I still can't understand why this planet is barren and lifeless. Our remote observations were conclusive this planet was rich with life, so where did it all go? Maybe we just dropped in the wrong spot, but initial readings aren't coming up with any trace of biological activity. Strange. But yeah, like I said, you'll be kind of moving from point A to point B. There's also kind of hidden throughout the game, guys. There's like these hidden rocks. There's basically kind of scientific studies that you can do to get some kind of tidbits and information about the planet
Need to get up there somehow.
itself. So obviously we need to get up that platform over there somehow, but we need to figure out how to do that. Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, we're going to go ahead and grab... Oh, crap. Okay, that's from the wrong platform. That's why. Derp! Martyr's not paying attention. Get up there. Get up there, astronaut man. Oh, God. So much over jumping I do. That's hilarious. Again, because I'm being kind of affected by momentum here. Oh God, why? Dude, get back up there. And don't take what my stupidity for the controls of the game. The controls are actually very smooth, very nice. You just have to not be a dumbass like me. So let's go ahead and push this rock down. And like I said, the controls are very simplistic, very easy to use. They don't really take that long to getting used to, and just about anybody could play this game, guys. So we're going to push this rock into place, clickety, 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 and then we're going to jump on top of it. Get on top of the rock, man. Get on top of the rock. And then we're going to go, whoosh, there we go. Alright, up there. And now we've made it to the next ledge here. And I've been playing the game for, well, like I said earlier, I played the game for about 2.5 hours. And basically what happened was I'm like, oh, this game looks really cool and interesting. And then suddenly, you know, I was like 90% of my way through it. And I'm like, holy crap, what happened? There we go. We have more of just these gorgeous lands here, just these scenery here. And the game does have just a lot of different kinds of scenery, guys. It's really, really gorgeous, guys. We're going to go ahead there is a way up there. How did we get up there? Did I jump up there originally? Let me see if I can figure this out really quick. I remember jumping up to the right instead of going that way. All right. So like I said, there is a little bit of exploratory. You are an astronaut, and you have to think almost like an astronaut. There's multiple ways to get around certain obstacles, and you have to explore. So this is one of those things I was talking to you about. You kind of collect these, and it fills out your science log and this is sulfur, a nice specimen of the 9th most common element in the universe. This particular mineral is quite large and suggests a sedimentary origin associated with ancient marine deposits. I can only imagine that the vast oceans might once have covered this planet. So we got some sulfur, and those are just kind of hidden throughout the game. Gives you kind of that extra bonus to look for them in this gorgeous scenery and just kind of explore. And that is the overlying theme of, well, sci-fi in general. Is exploration, is seeking the unknown, and this game does a beautiful job of capturing that and making a very mysterious, atmospheric universe, guys, and I really like that a lot. Alright, so we've crossed this path. We've made our way to the top of the waterfall here. We'll continue along here. We have, I think we're going in the right direction. Pretty sure. Oh, right, I remember this part. Oh, right, I remember this part. This part was hilarious when I started to do it the first time. If you look up there, there's a bed. I don't know why there's a bed. There just is. Something's wrong. Whoa, crap. Rocks! Rocks! Oh, dear God. Rocks! Okay, we're good. First time I ran into that scene, I just kind of ran right into the rocks. And I died right away. It was kind of hilarious. And yes, this character does start kind of hallucinating, and he starts seeing strange things that he can't exactly explain, but they're somehow connected to him and the events that are going on this planet. And just really, the guys who wrote this game did a very beautiful job of making a mystery and trying to figure things out. But this is where things kind of take the cake as far as weird shit goes. Well, look at that. It looks like some sort of a Russian book. What is that? Power lines. Yes. It appears that the planet is not, well, it is lifeless, but not as lifeless as he would think. There is power lines going in one particular direction. We don't know where. He's been walking for quite a while. Even though his oxygen lasts for 8 hours, I want you to know that he is walking for quite a bit of distance. But this is called the town, and as you can see off in the distance, there seems to be some sort of a village. So we're going to make our way towards that now and find out what the hell's going on here. Again, guys, I just have to comment on the graphics. They're very simplistic. I mean, they're not like the greatest graphics in the world, but the way that they're used is what makes them amazing to me.
What is the point of all this?
Strange discovery. Okay. It says, for 15 years, I hung and cried like a bag of forgotten frozen vegetables. That's what they said. Anyway, they played us real good with that story they spun. Another planet suitable for housing human life. Can't believe I fell for it. I actually have to compliment them on the lack of oxygen. That's a really nice touch, of course. They probably just tampered with the meters. I bet I could take off my helmet right now. Is that what this is? A test to see how long it takes to break protocol? I'm not some rocket jockey kid playing at being an astronaut. What in the world is the point of all this? And where did they take my crew? Need to stay calm. My head is still spinning from the crash. Probably need a doctor. I bet they think that's funny too. So he kind of, insight into his mind, he can't believe what the hell he's seeing. He thinks it's all some sort of a joke almost. But guys, it's not a joke, guys. But like I was saying, just the way they use the simplistic graphics, and it's just all very haunting and awesome looking. And it's just really, really neat. Now,
How is this possible?
Now, there is quite a bit in this town to discover and kind of to explore and see, and things to collect. But I kind of want to show you guys, and we'll finish the video off with this next part here. Because, again, I don't want to reveal too many spoilers. But if you notice, you're following the tracks again on the floor, and there is blood. Which is never, ever a good sign, guys. But, because we're an astronaut, and this is the beautiful exploration of sci-fi, we're going to move forward and risk our fate here. There's a building off in the distance. And blood and tracks lead towards them. Let's go ahead and see if we can find out what's going on in that building over there, guys. And then, well, shit's about to hit the fan. It does seem like that storm wants to kill me, doesn't it? It's like chasing me. You would be correct. And if I'm not careful, it will catch up on me. Okay.
There you are. Are you okay?
Uh-oh.
Oh man, this is messed up. Listen,
He's bleeding.
I'm out of oxygen. I'm pretty low myself, but I'm going to give you everything I can. I think there may be some air canisters in that town. Okay, you're going to be all right now. Just hang in there, buddy. We'll figure this out together, all right? Whoa!
Yep, he's dead, by the way. He's gone. Something took him. What? Well, you'll have to figure that out for yourself if you want to play this game, guys. There's another lab security call, which is kind of how you move forward into the game. There's two parts to the code. The other part of the code's in town. And we're going to have to head back to town now because we're going to start running out of oxygen. But as you can see, there's just something very, very wrong here. Something very strange going on in this world. And it's just really awesome, guys. I'm going to head back to town. I'm going to grab my oxygen because I don't want to die a horrible death on camera if at all possible. I've managed to avoid it up to this point. The game does have minor bugs here and there. I kind of, depending on, like, for instance, how fast you're jumping towards an object, I guess the game has this determination of velocity, and if you're moving too fast, you'll die. But sometimes, even when you're doing a controlled jump, you'll die anyway. So it's kind of funny at times. Aside from that, there is like one spot that I fell into and that I couldn't get out of, so I had to kind of try. I couldn't jump out of it. I couldn't do anything about it. I had to load my last checkpoint, which I basically did, and then I just avoided that crack and I moved along. So like I said, there's very minor bugs, nothing to really worry about, nothing that's really game breaking here, guys. But this is where I'm going to stop. I don't want to blow more of the story for you, but trust me when I say, guys, you should play this game for yourself. I picked it up, and like I said, suddenly 2 hours had flown by in the blink of an eye. It's that type of game. Keep in mind that this is all about story and atmosphere, though, guys. So don't expect something too heavy laden with action. It's an exploratory game, guys. You're basically here to find out what's going on and why. Like I said, aside from the very minor bugs that will be patched out soon, I'm sure the game is fun and challenging enough to keep you interested instead of just kind of waiting to get to the end as far as the platforming and the puzzles go. I think you will love this game, guys, if you're a fan of sci-fi like me, and I think you should check it out. I highly recommend it. Big thanks to the developer and publisher for a chance to review this game. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.